Thank you very much to the Zucchini Brothers, and they are fantastic. And what a way to introduce our first guest, to act naturally. We're talking to a fantastic personal trainer. Her name is Amy Tyers. Welcome to the couch.
Hi, Fred. Nice to be here.
And the reason I say act naturally, it's all about doing things naturally and for real.
Absolutely.
Amy, you wrote to me a few weeks ago now. We were talking about Biggest Loser, the TV show that was on. Maybe you want to do a bit of an introduction about that?
Well, yes, the finale aired on, I believe it was the 2nd of May here in Australia. And, yeah, basically wrote to you and said a little bit about how, as much as it's a great way to get people off the couch, no offence.
And losing weight.
And losing weight. But it's also very unrealistic, not in moderation at all, and something that...
So we're talking about the way they lost the weight. Now, give the people at home a bit of a quick background how they did their losing of weight. We had 12 weeks?
Yes, absolutely. There were 16 contestants. Yep. They worked in a family situation, so each one, there were 4 groups of 4 people from each family. They were assigned a personal trainer, and then they lived in the house, ate, slept and did everything together as a family. Got taken away from their normal lives, so no jobs to worry about, no kids running around.
No reality.
No reality, that's
so
right.
They slept in this prepared place. It was all packaged, it was all secluded. Did they exercise as much as we saw on TV? Because I watched the show and I think it was fantastic. But I always thought to myself, we never saw what they ate.
Absolutely.
You really didn't see them exercising apart from the 3 minutes that you saw on the TV show. So how does that compare to reality?
Okay, basically, the contestants in there are expected to exercise for around about 6 hours a day. So they have 2-hour blocks 3 times a day. And then they're allowed to do their own exercise as well and utilise the gym. But that's their ones with their trainers, which when you compare that to reality, most people tend to work 8 to 10 hours a day as opposed to have those hours to exercise. You know, the government pushes for 30, to find 30 every day, and a lot of people struggle to even do that. So in a reality situation, it's something that's not very realistic. And basically, from the fitness industry point of view, we'd really like to get people looking at more in moderation rather than absolutely going...
And longer term.
Absolutely, that's right.
Because we were saying, how much is it Emma or Meg that won? Emma.
Emma won the show, and she lost a total of 63.1 kilos.
So do you know how much she was when she started?
Yes, Emma was 133.9 kilos.
133, so how much was she when she ended the show?
71.8.
That's a lot of weight for 12 weeks. Now, you're saying, though it was done under a $50 million TV show, that wouldn't happen. Someone like myself couldn't go and do that in reality. Not
in reality, not in that short a period of time. Now, coming from my own personal perspective, I've actually lost 45 kilos over a longer period of time, and that took me 2 years to take that weight off. And in that way, I've managed to keep it off. I don't have the excess skin. A lot of these people, Emma's probably going to go out
and Damien and all them.
And actually spend her money, her prize-winning money, on getting the rest of it nip-tucked and skin taken off as well.
So how do you say we should do it? How should we do it?
Everything in moderation. And to be honest with you, if you deprive yourself, yes, you probably go for a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, and think, yeah, I'm doing really fantastically.
I go for a couple of minutes and think I'm doing wonderful.
But if you crave chocolate and you deprive yourself of that sweet treat every so often, the only thing you're going to end up doing is running to the supermarket one night and buying 7 blocks and eating them all in one go.
I've been watching on the TV lately, there's a big advertising slogan which is like, switch it, don't drop it, or something like that.
That's right.
Meaning, if you have 5 ice creams, don't get rid of the whole lot, just have 1. So they want people to reduce the size of what they eat, don't just give it up, because it's very hard. If you're so used to eating a certain thing every day, to stop.
Well,
it's unrealistic.
That's right. It is very unrealistic, and, you know, there's all these diets out there where cut out carbs, stop eating this, eat more protein, eat less fat. And some people are going through life and cutting out the carbs, and that's only sustainable for a certain amount of time. Your body needs carbohydrates to function. It's what we use and we always have as human beings. And so when you then go back on the carbs, what your body does is ends up storing everything that you get, because it never knows when you might stop giving it to them again. So you might have lost all this weight and suddenly you start eating moderate portions, but your body stores it all and you end up back where you were, or worse, even bigger.
Even worse. Tell me, if people are interested in coming out to see someone like yourself, you're a personal trainer.
Absolutely.
Do you think a personal trainer is better than going to a gym?
There are different scenarios for each person. To be perfectly honest, yeah, as much as I'm pushing the personal training from a business perspective, but it really does help if you have someone who's there to coach and guide you. One of the biggest things that you need is accountability, and that's not just coming from yourself. You need to have that coming from someone else.
I actually agree with you, because I used to go to the gym, and though it was wonderful to go there and swim in the pool and stuff like that, you do see it as recreational rather than exercise.
That's right.
And eventually you stop walking the bike and go into the pool for an hour, and eventually it's 2 hours in the pool and 3 minutes on the bike. So there's no one there to keep you on track. Whereas I know of a lot of people that are finding it hard to lose weight, they appoint a personal trainer, which makes it a lot easier.
And I mean, this is where someone like the Commando from The Biggest Loser, I know in that finale that they did say, you know, as much as I hated you the whole way through, I would never have done it without you there pushing me, because I had someone to hate at the time when, you know, I didn't want to do this anymore, but I would have stopped on my own. So, you know, that's where a personal trainer does come into it.
The message out of this is take your time.
Absolutely.
Do it slowly. Get into a gym or see a personal trainer. Personal trainer if you've got a lot to lose and you want to stay with the regime type thing. And we can contact you for some help.
Absolutely, yeah, we're more than happy to help.
What's the company called?
The company is The Lions Share Personal Training and Development.
And do you have a website?
We do, www.thelionsshareptd.com.
And if you missed that out, just check out our website at thecouch.com.au, and we will actually link you up with Amy and her team of people that can help you out. So thank you very much to Amy Tyers for being on The Couch today. We look forward to having you back again.
Thanks, Fred.
Thanks, Fred. Yes, today we are talking about fitness, a very important topic. I'm joined by Amy Tyers, the owner and personal trainer of Lions Share Personal Training and Development. Welcome.
Hi, Nisha.
How are you today?
Good, thanks.
Good. I told you what I had for breakfast today,
yes.
and yours was much better, so I think I'm going to be taking some advice, but this isn't about me. So let's start talking about what we're going to be doing on the show. Now, you are going to have 5 segments over the next 5 months to help our viewers in various areas of health, fitness and well-being. But today is about defining motivation, goals and commitment. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. The starting point of any program, whether you're in one already or whether you're looking to start one, or even just trying to find the motivation to get started, then this is where you really need to begin, and we take it from there.
Excellent. So by a goal, if I was to come to you or any members of our audience were to come to you, what would you say to me first?
Okay, first of all, you need to define what it is that you want. So that is your goal. Basically, people have different goals, whether they want to lose weight or get fit, even if you want to quit smoking, anything along those lines. And you can apply this to anywhere, in any aspect of your life. If you're studying and you want to take an exam, things like that, all of these need to have a goal set first before you do anything. You can't just fly blindly. It doesn't work.
Absolutely, and the reasons why. So you start with a lot of change models focus on why first, yeah? So why you're doing it is really important from the commitment aspect, obviously.
Absolutely. So first you need to find out what it is that you want, and then you really need to delve into yourself and find why you want that, and that's your motivation. So finding what it is that's going to drive you when the going gets tough and everything becomes way too hard, something that you can think, you know, hang on a minute, I'm doing this because it means something to me. I want to be able to run around with my kids, or I want to be able to fit into that dress, or even, you know, I want to be able to run to the top of the stairs without absolutely dying when I'm running late for a meeting or for my next exam or something like that. So you need to find out what it is that absolutely drives you, and then when it does start to get all hard, because the first couple of weeks, hey, it's going to breeze by, but after that, you know, life kicks in and the motivation tends to dwindle. So if you know deep down what it is that drives you and what it is why you want that, then you're going to get there.
Okay, beautiful. And have you had a success story recently, or just so that our audience can, I guess, associate with a story of a client you've had? Because you've had an established business for quite a period of time now with Lions Share. So can you tell us about anyone who perhaps has had a bit of a rough time but gotten to the top of that ladder?
Absolutely. Well, recently, I've had a client, and she is a young mum, so in her early 20s with a daughter, and looking to, as there's a lot of ladies out there, and looking basically to lose some weight because, you know, her doctor had advised her that, you know, going the way she was going, it was going to be difficult for her to run around with her daughter, and she was finding it herself that, you know, having a little toddler crawling around and running around. That's right, absolutely. Trying to get everything done, cook the dinner and everything as well, and suddenly having to bolt over to make sure that they're not falling over things, and, you know, the usual.
So what did you do with her? Basically,
we worked her on a 90-day program, and we made sure she had her goals, her commitment and her motivation all set. Beautiful. And then we monitored those as we went through training with myself 3 times a week with personal training, and then she also had her plan, her lifestyle and her nutrition plan as well. Beautiful. So that, you know, and of course the big one, which I will talk about in another segment later on, but the accountability. So she had the diary, the journal to work in, to keep it all accountable and on track.
Lovely. Well, look, that is really a holistic view of your fitness and making sure you take all of those aspects into account. Thank you for joining us today on The Couch, and I'm sure that our audience has got a synopsis of information there. Sorry, I was looking all over the place then. A synopsis of information there. And if you want more information, though, go to thecouch.com.au and you'll be able to get links through to Amy's website and also her 1-800 number, which is on the website as well. But look, thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to spending the next 5 months with you and working through all those critical elements.
Thanks very much, Nisha. Sure. Nisha, it's great to be here. Thanks.
Back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha. I would have done it myself, Amy. I would have been with you, but I'm just so busy, and Nisha's more into fitness than I am. I'm probably the biggest loser when it comes to fitness. We need to take a break.